Hi everyone, just looking ahead to the next real foundation course and thought it might be useful to do a podcast on reality because it's the thing that until it's questioned is never questioned. And it's amazing, isn't it, that we go through life, well, we were born and we absorb these learnings, this information, these instructions about the world, about what other people are, about what we are, about how families are, what success is, what money is. It's all just soaking in continuously, this sponge brain, just desperate to find out. And so in it all comes, and it's turned into a unique reality, really, because there are some things that are said that aren't believed. There are some things that the opposite is believed. There are intuitions. Um, there's a sort of alchemy of drawing these things together, making associations, creating meaning, and all of this creates the reality that forms our entire experience, forms our entire idea of what we are and of what the world is, what events are, what we have to do, what we have to be ashamed of, what we have to be scared of. All this is created, it's a created world, and we live in it without question. It's real. It's just how things are. The way I think is how the world is. If anyone wants to challenge that, I'll might defend it vociferously, violently, even, because this is right, this is true, this is objective fact. And within that, there is tremendous suffering because it's not true. And the mind is trying to stabilize existence, really, within this reality that is only made of thought and belief. And so there's suffering, and either that suffering will just continue to play out in anger and violence and the creation of division, and or the hiding away, the withdrawal, the pulling up the drawbridge can just carry on, or there's a quest to try to get to the bottom of this unrest and this unease. And that might take us, that quest might well take us deeper into the ideas of self, the stories of self, all through this idea that there is something wrong with me, that other people have it sorted, and I need to secure myself more. I need to have more confidence. I need to be more. And so the quest through that lens is never ending. And lots of us know how many self-help books and how many practices and how many interventions can happen through that lens and do nothing. But then we might come across a book or a teaching that actually starts to hold reality up, the reality of what we think we are and the reality of what we think the world is. And it holds it up and it says, this cannot be true. This is made of conditioned thought. It's made of a learned set of meanings, learned associations. It's not true. And then turmoil for a lot of us. Then there's this, whoa, like the carpet's being pulled from underneath us. Our whole navigation system is up in the air. Everything that we were going after, all our motivation came from that place of lack, that place of insecurity, that place of something better out there. And now suddenly, what have we got? Nothing. And so we might flounder for a bit. We often call this the no man's land on the courses that we do. Like, now what? How do I know? But all that's happening in that is the mind that was going along these grooves, so grooves that are so set up, so entrenched. And now the grooves make no sense. And so the mind is floundering. But then we keep looking, we stay still with this. We might protest, we might react against the teachers, we might get frustrated, but hopefully we'll be in a community that allows us to do that and to love us, to cherish us, and hold us still, to seeing that there is nothing fixed out there. There's nothing that will bring about what it is we're seeking, that security, that guarantee, that permanence, nothing. And then the mind can settle. So instead of this creation all the time, this creation of reality and then the fighting against it or the hiding from it, there's just this settling of the mind into this fluidity, this flow of life, this creation, this spaciousness, this love, this this potential, this continuous potential, this freshness all the time. That's all that's going on. There's no fixed things in there. There's no fixed reality. There's no me and there's no them. And as that becomes so clearly what we are, so clearly how the mind really is designed to operate, then there's just this settling. And what happens to reality in that space? It becomes a reflection of the peace and beauty and truth that we know ourselves to be. The marvel of the form that we are is seen everywhere. The miracle of the aliveness that we are is seen as the only reality. Yeah. And that is absolute integrity, because there are no others in that space. And there's a settling into that wholeness, which was what had been looked for so desperately before. There's a settling into the wholeness that we are. And there's no need to define reality, to fix it, to battle against it, because it doesn't exist. It never existed in the way that it appeared to. Yeah, so we'll explore that more in the foundation course. All the details are on clairediamond.com if you want to find out. Lots of love. Bye.